discussed that we will set up a help desk also at the conference. So that is one focal point that if anybody needs anything, you can quickly run to that desk and you'll be directed. Concerning communications, the officer will have a booth there, and they're offering free SIM cards which will just be registered on the wax with airtime and data for delegates. The ones for those who are the outreach were late, and so they had already purchased some SIM cards before they went to the provinces. Our attires are ready. We did a mix of colors in Gara, wanted to showcase what we do locally, and everything was done locally. And we have final rehearsals on Saturday at the venue to make sure everyone knows what should happen. It's going to be a long week, hectic, but we're working together with the transport committee, especially, and now I know we have to work with the foreign affairs, especially for the VIPs, because yesterday we were informed that the president of the American College of Surgeons is coming on Sunday, and we have to give him that. He's coming with his wife, and he has requested specifically for special protocol. And with the others, yes, and he will get it. So I think so far, most things are on track. We have this few days to set everything on. And concerning the invitation, we have a special help from the Ministry of, I think, Health, somebody specific, who will tell us exactly how to address most of these high-level invitations. So immediately after this meeting, we'll work on that, and those invitations will go out. Thank you. Yes.
The invitations are printed.
Yes. Yes, please.
Yes, we've done that. We're working with Emmanuel after this meeting. We'll have a meeting with Emmanuel to sort that out. And then just, I think on the last day, we're getting an outdoor activity for the guests to showcase, to see what Sierra Leone has to offer. I mean, it's not just about them coming, listening to all these medical discussions that we'll be having, but we also have a way of promoting Sierra Leone. We've already contacted the Ministry of Tourism. They've linked us with DSL, and we'll look at the package and we'll try to see with regards to the funding, because some people might not be able to pay for at a higher cost, but we'll see what we'll do. We'll work around getting our guests to have an overview of Sierra Leone, whether it's Takugama, whether it's the beaches, whatever we can do to promote our country, we'll do that, and we'll ensure it happens on the last day, and we'll get it on the website and out so people will, those who are interested, will sign up for it.
Thank you very much, Hospitality Committee. Any comments, any reactions? Yes, Manuela wants to.
Yes, thank you very much, Hospitality Committee. I think we are doing well as we progress to the start of the conference. I'm just concerned, based on experience, the media engagement. I'm seeing this now, so I know the media is here, but then in our budget we had something on jingles, and has that been developed? Has the production been done? I think it's high time we start hearing that, since we have a sponsor who will support us to hear that jingle, as well as you know, there's a live coverage during the conference, and it's also covered. So I hope we met with the individual sponsor to really try to expedite the process in funding the media engagement. Concerning the decorations, I know you are working closely with the Hospitality Committee. How set are we with the decorations? When are we starting? We would like to see the pre-planning, and I will also suggest that we have a pre-conference, before the conference itself. Let's go and have a dry run of what it will look like, before the conference starts. Thank you very much.
Yes. Thank you very much. Yes, police.
Yeah, I think I want to climax this thing, but I think we are almost at the climax. I want to be the last person to speak. Once again, I am Assistant Superintendent of Police, CA Farmer Staff Officer Operations Sierra Leone. And with regards to security, we all know, like my brother has mentioned already from Ministry of Foreign Affairs, that we need large number of securities, more so when we are having foreigners or people coming from different countries, to not to have any hesitation that the country is not secure, is not safe. We would not like to provide like over security. But again, planning security, again, I would like to suggest that we have someone that, a person or people that we can be contacting after this meeting before their arrival, because there might be changes in some of the programs or activities we are planning here in the meeting. I could recall with the visit of the president of ECOWAS last week, after the meeting, what we have planned with Minister of Finance, when they arrived, definitely something different came up again with regards to provision of security. Again, somebody mentioned VIPs. I don't know, that again is very, very important, because most times we like to know how many BGs we have to provide, especially with regards VIPs among them. They will need BGs, bodyguards. Those are those that will be in their mufti, what to call clothes. Okay? And we also would like to know common identification, because those people have to be lodged in probably in different hotels. We are here to come to conclusion, even though the money has been mentioned. But people that will be going around, the key organizers of this program will be going around maybe in and out for security reasons. We would like to know the common identification, so that our security men will know exactly whom are going around, who are supposed to be around within the premises of the Intumani and the like. And I think not much. For security, we know exactly how we go about it, because they are close to Aberdeen, and our men, most of our men maybe will be based at the Aberdeen Police Division, and a few will be around the premises, of course. And other than Bintumani, if any other hotel is going to come up for the lodge of the arrival of the strangers, then you let us know. So in summary here, I would like to have the contact of somebody that will be communicating up to the time of the arrival on Sunday, planning on Monday for the opening ceremony, and on to the closing ceremony on Thursday. There might be changes. So someone to be contacting immediately that so-and-so want the security to do this, want it to, because during the program, there might be change of plan, or there might be some other things to come up. So it's very, very important that we have somebody appropriate that at all time, every moment, every other, the person gets on to me. Thank you so much.
Okay, all right. Okay, we'll furnish you with the details of that person. We have to look internally and see who's the best fit for that. Somebody who have time and will not be too engaged in so many other activities. So we are looking amongst ourselves who will be the best fit person to furnish you. We will furnish you that name. And to the other issues you mentioned about identification, I think when you register for the conference, you'll be given a form of identification. You have a badge that you wear during the conference. When you are going on sightseeing, you leave the hotel, that's something else. I think they will move out to their normal passports, as all foreigners do when they come to the country. There were issues around the jingles and the information. There is the information strategy. This is a joint effort, right? The information, Ministry of Information is represented here because this is a national event. It's not only the responsibility of the local organizing committee to have its own information strategy, but it's the government of Sierra Leone to take the lead with the Ministry of Health supporting the local organizing committee in informing the public about this national event. So we work with the Ministry of Information. That's why you see pressmen here. This is one of the strategies. I think there are going to be radio talks, TV programs, and then you make comments on the jingles. I don't know. Hospitality committee, you want to talk on the jingles, or we move to information directly?
I think the jingles just has to be changed for the conference. The ones that are available now, we are for the outreach, which is already ongoing. So if we hear them now,
so we need to have new jingles for the conference. The jingles that we have made, we are for the outreach, and the outreach has already started. Yes.
Earlier, I spoke with Dr. John, and she said that they are all getting prepared to jingle. So when this jingle discussion came up, I was expecting to even connecting to the request for the jingle. But earlier, she also said that I should speak with Dr. Kabal. I was expecting much from your own side, and as well as inform the head of communication in our ministry, Dr. Mr. Tuwe. He also said that he will communicate with James. I think James was informed accordingly on that subject. And I also came with the person responsible for media coverage in our ministry. But I don't know what actually transpired between him and James this morning before the start of this meeting.
All right.
Yeah. So, Ministry of Information aspect is twofold. We have the outreach unit, which can even enhance this program as to the scope of the program, which is extended to the province, the region. So the outreach officers are located in those strategic areas to assist regarding informing the public on this very conference. So, but James did not come back to me to inform me on this jingle aspect, because I think you communicated you informed the Serial Broadcasting Corporation to do this coverage. Whether Serial Broadcasting Corporation is doing this or other entity, I don't know. So I sit here like someone in an island. You know, I don't know.
No, you don't need to be in an island. You are surrounded here by brothers. We are working together, and these things happen. I mean, there are a lot of things happening simultaneously. Our people are caught up with so many things, just like you. What we are now having is that what we are saying now, we need a strategy moving forward for the communication, and it will be a joint strategy, Ministry of Information, MOH, and the local organizing committee, hospitality committee. Sit together and have a strategy on communication, media engagement. They have already made plans for people to go on the radio, AYB, I think SMBC, and talk, right? Just integrate that in the national strategy we're doing. Is there a need for a press conference when the chairman of the West African College of Surgeons comes? Is there a need for him to meet with the local LOC, maybe the minister, and inform the public about the conference again when they arrive? During the conference or before the conference? I'm just thinking loud, right? What is the media coverage going to look like during the conference itself? I don't know if the event planner had some special plans on that. You want to say something on whatever we're doing, it has to be done with this team. I know there is something on event planning that has to do with media coverage during the event, right? You want to comment on that?
Yes. So in terms of live coverage, what normally happens with the large events, we do multi-camera coverage on the day, and we tend to give a clean feed to all the broadcasters. With the clean feed, they can add their own lower thirds, and they can add their idents or their logos, and they will have their own, say, journalists that will just do the coverage. But we tend to have a clean feed that will broadcast whatever is happening in the auditorium, for example, to the lobby and outside. This clean feed can also be, you can also pick it up online if you need to just pick up a feed online. So you can have a physical one in the building or have it online as well.
Okay, so you are bringing in your own people to do this media coverage, or you want to rely on the information ministry or Ministry of Science coverage? I think we should have a good blend. We should put all of this together, because we as Ministry of Health, this is our activity. We have our own, let me have the information specialist advisors. Yes, James, what do you think?
No, I think we will take this offline and have a quick meeting. Yeah. But usually with these events, it's good for the ministry to control the narrative, because we've had experiences where, you know, we didn't get the right messaging or projections that we're hoping for. So I think after this meeting, we'll take this offline, because I think there have been some cracks in communication, but that will be sorted after this meeting.
Yes.
Yes,
I believe so. Okay, so that's a good suggestion. After this meeting we meet, but we also have our professional photographer, Wahid.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Wahid.
Yes, sir.
We are also important in this media thing, because camera photography in the media, you're also part of it. So be part of this and be properly engaged into this discussion so that you are well integrated.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. The mic is okay.
Project now.
Yeah, I just want to help Mr. Farmer, my colleague, security personnel. The hospitality committee failed to tell him that they need security when the guests are going on tour. So we need to bring it to him again, because he's just focused on security at the event center, forgetting the one that will be going out for these stores to see how serious it is. So I just want to bring it to
his
notice, yeah.
So I think the issues about security will also take it offline.
Yeah.
And discuss.
Yeah.
I think after this meeting there are going to be small groups meeting and finalizing and talking in details where who goes what. And so I think this is more high level discussions. Let's keep it that way. And then after this meeting we break out into smaller groups and go in depth into the proper planning. I see Ministry of Foreign Affairs was set to.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I left that one up.
Yes, it's well noted.
Yes, Superintendent has just put the importance of the VIPs, and I also want to bring it to the organizers. In as much as you have ushers or usherettes, when we have VIPs, the responsibility solely rests on the protocol service of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. You might have your protocol officers in your offices, but please entreat them that when VIPs arrive, it is solely the professional work of the protocol officers of the Foreign Ministry. If a PG is assigned for a particular VIP, that PG will be assigned also with a particular protocol officer from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And that particular car will only be boarded by the PG and the protocol officer assigned to that particular delegate. No other person, no other usher or ushers. Thank you very much.
I just wanna quickly
Just project now.
I just want to quickly add to that note on this the protocol. I know this very well because when I provided emergency services for the Commonwealth Parliament Association, we have a situation where we're in the protocol for a very, very high level member of parliament did not disclose to us when this member of parliament fell sick. And so for 2 days, we were not able to locate him. And eventually we did find him in extremely critical condition. So I guess that let's make sure that the protocol officers know the hotlines to contact in emergency. We are going to respect the privacy for this guest at the highest level. They have the right to their privacy. We're gonna give them that. And we just need that line of contact. So when the protocol, because the protocol officer, based on my experience, they are always with the guests, always, under all circumstances. So then they will know when things happen. In that specific situation, the guest was not able to communicate. So it was the protocol officer who make that decision. So let them just know of this hotline and then take that one.
Yes,
I think for me, observing this meeting, there's a lot of sort of breakout meetings that are going to happen, but how these breakout meetings come back together for everybody to get this information is so important, because with what's happening now, I'm seeing numbers rising because there's going to be a lot more people coming in and the numbers are going to change. And this will affect even in terms of seating position. So we really need to look at some of these things. So when we're putting together, for example, seating plan, protocol has already given us what their requirements are before we even do a seating plan. hospitality, and all of us need to sort of sit. There's another concern that I have, being that the main event is going to be done in the auditorium. We have translation machines coming in, and the gentleman I see here I know very well, so I just want to know, is it going to be wired? Is it going to be wireless? It is very important because it's an auditorium, it's got steps. How is it going to work in terms of translation machine?
I think in Florida, yes.
Yeah. What kind of devices are we using?
Demand for foreign. So speak loud.
Yes.
Okay. You use radiators, so they're wireless?
Yes.
Okay. The other concern we have is we don't have access to the space until Sunday, because Saturday there's a sludge event at the premise. So we might have to do things, we might need to go in days before. Are you okay to go in days before?
Yes, I suggest that Sunday we visit the premises. Go through and
We have to set up on
Yes, set
Thursday.
up.
We can't set
On-
up on Sunday. We can't set up on Sunday. We have to set up on Thursday. This Thursday.
the machines are set up for for a number of days.
No, but hold on. They have an event there on Saturday.
Yeah.
The problem is, what we do is that we have to talk to the FIC and see if there are rooms that are not booked during this period. Or if other people are booked, they cannot just set it up. What we've done for the laparoscopic course is that they've guaranteed us, they'll give us a room. I just spoke with them. They'll give us a room because the main auditorium, and I think that hallway is booked, right? But the other rooms are empty. So what we can start talking to them is that if those rooms are empty and we need them for our plenary sessions, why can't we start work on those ones? We'd start with those ones. For that main lobby, if they are booked for it, we cannot get them to give us to start erecting anything there. We can start in those small rooms, getting them ready. So I think that's all part of the process.
Yeah, so for me, it's not the smaller rooms. We can sort of navigate around the smaller rooms. It's the auditorium, because that's where translation happens. So if that's where translation is going to happen, you're going to have to hang up these radiators. There's going to be about 4 of them, or 2 of them at least. They need to be put up, they need to be set up. They're
How
frequent.
long does it take?
We are hired for Thursday and for Monday and Thursday.
Yeah, Monday
So-
and Thursday are the main days.
Yes, so we are going to set up on Sunday as we normally do.
And that's enough for you.
Yes.
Because Sunday we have the hall.
Yes, and second, I admonish those who are going to dress the hall to do that before us, because sometimes they're late, and when we want to install disturbance is still going around, you late there till midnight.
This is
You
why
know.
we need you to come in another day, because
Yes, the high
on
table.
that
So
day,
let those who are going to dress the hall to do that, at a
So
good
they
time.
start on Sunday, they dress the hall.
Yes,
How long do you need to dress the hall on Sunday?
it's up to them.
we need the whole day.
The whole day. And
Sunday, we are setting up on Sunday.
on Sunday, we'll start dressing the hall on Sunday. Will you be able to finish by 3 o'clock?
Yes,
If not early?
yeah, we
Then
take
they will
over
do 3
from
to
4.
5.
Yes.
Mr. Mo, would slash the BBC for how long?
It's an evening event.
Because that's one thing we need to take into consideration. The people setting up the hall for the slash, they will also need to be
They need to derail.
dismounting and
So there's a lot of
Okay, you know what? Let's take this offline because it's a decision we cannot change. It is what it is. The hall is booked for Saturday. We have to see how we manage around it. We cannot get slashed now out of the way. So let's find an innovative way of making sure we are ready for that. And I'm sure we'll find a way. We have usually we've done that before. For us, Ministry of Health, we're not worried about that. Right? We'll find a way. I mean, I'm sure you are with us. We have foreign affairs, we have the people in the Freetown International Conference Center with us, we'll find a way that by Monday the hall is ready. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so
You come. I say the last.
maybe I'm running ahead to just for key action points for this meeting that we meet. Today is Wednesday.
Today is Wednesday.
So I think Friday will be best to meet on Friday and to just give updates on where we are concerning all the different updates we've given.
You mean the same group?
Yeah, this same group.
To come again on Friday.
Yes. And let us know when you start hearing the jingle. The jingle, we need the jingle. Please share with us on our social media so we can share around. You know, as much as the Ministry of Communication is hearing that for us, but we need it. Also for the decoration, we need some COB. COB on decoration, the dry run. If you are decorating on Sunday, and when can we come in to just have some small, rehearsal before the main event on Monday? So we have to take all of that into consideration. Good afternoon. So we just want to do like a quick update on how far we've gone.
We've actually been co-planning the event, the LOC, as well as us, the event planners, as a media. So we don't have complete control over the event. There are some parts that are under our purview and some parts that are under the LOC. But for the parts that are under us, we'll give an update. And we're the very ones who would coordinate, because there's the planning part and the coordination part. So even though the other part is under the LOC, we still have to coordinate both parts when the event starts on Sunday or Monday. So at the moment, everything is ready for the setup and arrangements for the scientific rooms. The whole auditorium or the event center has been divided into different spaces, rooms for scientific meetings, exhibition spaces, lunch and tea break area, the help desk, registration area, offices, and a space for the gala dinner. And all of these rooms would need different logistics to fall in place. So for the scientific rooms, the sound projection, the camera coverage, equipment, display screens, partitioning, because the rooms are not enough, so we have to partition some of these rooms. Well, woodwork for partitioning is ready, and all items would be ready, but the only major challenge we would have, which I'm saying this as a disclaimer, is if we don't get printing on time, even that Sunday would not be enough, then we'll have a challenge. So that is something that we need to pay attention to. Like the hospitality committee mentioned, the ushers have been trained. Well, we don't have professional ushers, but we are going to work side by side to see how we carry on and make sure the experience of the people at the conference is highly guaranteed. And for catering, we met with the caterers, because that's also an important part of the event. We met with the caterers and they're ready. We also found their different spaces where they will be deployed, and I think that's settled. And one major thing that we spoke about that day was the cleaning. There is a cleaning agency at the space, but I remember the last event that was there, we had international guests talking about complaining about the odor. So I mentioned that, but I don't know if it's hospitality or whatever, we really need to find a way to see how that place smells good, because it's the first impression. When you enter into the space, you have to be comfortable enough. So that needs to be taken into consideration. And one very important thing here is, I'm glad we had this meeting today, because we need the numbers, we need like a call sheet. I mentioned to the committee, but then they were going to give me names of vendors, but we would need names of security personnel, the press, protocols, and all of those things, because we would be direct contact there. We will be the first point of contact before you get even to the LOC or to, because you meet the ushers and then they will get back to us. So if we don't have these numbers, then it's going to be a challenge. Then also security and protocols. For different events, there are different security protocols that are in place. I'm happy Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the security, the police are here. So especially for an event that the president will be attending, there are protocols, and also need the state house security to the president. So we need to know when they are coming, so we know where they want us to put the president. Because if we do set up and they come after, they're going to start everything. And